Storm taken care of, the Void Spirit taken care of as well. Does get to mean we get a Jackie Juggernaut.
A juicy Jackie Juggernaut. Just thinking of another J. It's not coming to mind right now, but
Janky.
It is a little. No, it's not janky. It's
10 seconds
I just
remaining.
thought of a J.
what did I
5
say?
seconds
Juicy,
remaining.
jagged, jacked. Juggernaut is pretty jacked.
My dude's got some ripped arms. He's got them pecs
What color
popping
is
out
he?
too.
Is he like orange, or what color is actual Juggernaut's skin? This is me you're talking to, so I have no idea.
I'm trying to get an accurate depiction of it.
Greeny orange? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's more of like an it's not like an
Ochre?
olive. It's not like an olive skin tone. Yeah,
No,
it's kind of orange. Yeah,
So he's on the fake tan, is what you're saying.
Remaining.
pretty much. But it's not like that carrot fake tan we see too often down under.
5
We call them the
seconds
Terracotta
remaining.
Warriors here in Australia.
Do we? That's funny. I'm gonna use that. That's actually funny.
It beats getting skin cancer, you know. At least if you got a tan, probably use a bit of a lighter shade, but you know, wear your sunscreen and you know, be careful. Slip, slop, slap.
Isn't there an extra couple now?
Seek and slide as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Slip on a shirt, slop on sunscreen, slap on a hat, seek shade, slide on sunnies. Simple as that. Hey.
Jesus, you've watched way too many ads, way too many TV commercials.
You know, back in my day, kids went outside, you know. I had to memorize my friend's phone number, you know, because we had to call on the landline. And there was one time where there was like a power outage and, you know, we didn't have mobile phones back then, or at least only a few people did. I didn't at the time. So randomly, I was just chilling out in my backyard. A few of my friends turned up, and that was actually one of my finest childhood memories. The fact that my friends thought, let's go and see if Matt's all right. And it felt really nice,
right?
you know? I was all right, you know. I was
something-
just cool, but it feels good to be thought of, you know?
Yeah.
Anti-mage.
That's something you cherish today. Just the thought of friendly companionship, something that seems to be lacking recent years as the boomer age
Are
continues.
you roasting me about this? I mean, it's hard with COVID, with all that
10
companionship,
seconds
but
remaining.
you know, you and I, we still haven't done a ice cream selfie yet. That is the one
5
thing
seconds
that I
remaining.
am very sad about. Me and Anuxi, we do a fair few whenever we go out on the town for a few bevs.
Yeah, we were saying we were contemplating that night of getting the ice cream, thinking about it.
I think we were just a bit late, you know. We were
Yeah.
partying too hard. That by the time we looked at the phone, it was like, oh,
Late
crap, it's
11
past 11.
to
They're all gonna be closed.
11 to. That's crazy. I remember like a year before COVID, I would get home at like 6 every morning. My God, I don't know how I did that.
Dire team back.
Where'd you go, Revs or?
No, not Revs. Treat.
Okay.
Do you know Treat?
I know of Treat.
Okay.
I don't know Treat.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a draft.
Oh, that's
Anti-Mage
fun.
is picked up for a butt. Well, the reason we're thinking and talking a little bit less about it is that, let's be real,
Radiant team
the
back.
result, it's not a foregone conclusion. Southfield have a chance. Maybe they can, you know, change their fortune around a little bit with Marb playing in that mid lane, but I could not think of a Bart-style hero. Just farm away on this Anti-Mage. And then he's very good at it. You know, I honestly, if I was to rate him on like
10
different
seconds
categories,
remaining.
with the, you know the Pentagon that you've got on your Dota
5
profile,
seconds
farming for
remaining.
him would be at like a 9, I'd say. It's just the other portions of the Pentagon, unfortunately, are not quite there. But you can't fault the way that he's able to get a good amount of net worth on his hero. It's just what he's able to do with it.
The question is, who's more rip, the Anti-Mage or the Juggernaut?
Jug. I feel like you need to be more nimble as this Anti-Mage, you know? He's constantly blinking around, jumping around in these team fights. He's a lot more like, he's toned,
Radiant
you know?
team pick.
He's been working on that.
Sack.
He's doing like 20 reps per exercise, whereas Jug, he's just going for the 10. You know, he's going for that size building. And then you've got Mars, who's just a power lifter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Centaur.
Yes, we got some beef for boys. Then you look at Lion, saggy tits man.
10 seconds.
He's let it go a little bit, but that's kind of what
Mhm.
happens with age.
You may now select your hero.
That better not be a roast.
No, no, no,
That
no.
better not be a roast at me.
No, 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 no. Nothing at all. So we will have Mob mid. We're flown through this draft. A Fearless Invoker is going to be the one to outround her. How are we feeling like Fearless is going to be able to control the tempo of this game versus Southworld's lineup?
I mean, it's nice against the Leshrac, right? You know, you just go Quas-Wex this game. Puts a lot more pressure on super early. Hell, even if you get the... Actually, this is the one game we might be able to see it. You know, with the... If they're able to find out a bot before the Manta style, if they get that cold snap into the,
the
urn or
urn,
spirit
yeah.
vessel, is it going to be enough to stop him from blinking away now that the intervals between the mini stuns of the cold snap has been increased a little bit? I haven't been able to test it yet, but it's already going to be good against the Lesh, and it's already going to be good against the Centaur. You know, he'll have to pop a pretty shitty Stampede, to be honest, to be able to get away from all of his mana being drained out.
Yeah, we've seen Alacrity play the Invoker multiple times Quas-Wex, but like you're saying, we haven't really got that matchup that's really shown us where if that little bit of the switch with the cold snap proc is really going to cost Invoker some of that key control here. How do we feel about this draft overall? Heading into it, I'm a bit worried overall that Southworld are just going to get run over, and they draft an anti-mage which is very prone to getting run over, so I'm already not feeling too comfortable.
I mean, I'm just going to base this off like as if it's like, you know, top of the table versus bottom of the table. Until they prove me wrong, you have to go for Motivate every single time. The results speak for themselves. But I'm going to be focused on Marb a lot of this time around. How is he going to perform in his mid lane, which he's much more comfortable at playing?
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, we've seen previously, well, he's going to have to fulfill some pretty big booties as well with Bob's mid lane for Southfield. Has always been a treat to watch, and honestly has kept them in a lot of games too. The question is can the Leshrac do it? He's going to be going up against the Invoker matchup. Is this... I mean, it's also Fearless's Invoker. What level is he? Is he 28? Man, Fearless is what, 29 Storm, 28 Invoker?
He plays a lot of Dota, does Old Mate Fearless.
Because we spoke to him in lower division, right? And they said he competes, was it with Masaros?
Yeah. Yeah, they do like... Let me have a look. I'm just going to have a quick look at the old match history on Dota Buff. Alright. Keep in mind, they were playing games for the Pro Series all throughout this, but you know, yesterday he played how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably a low amount for him. Day before that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Day before that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Like the day before that, another 5. Yeah, what his big day? Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4,
with
5,
Pro
6,
Series,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games in one day that he played.
Wait, what day was that?
The one with 11?
Yeah.
That was 6 days ago. So on the first day of the Pro Series?
Okay, they didn't play
2 of them were
day.
tournament games. So
okay,
that was against Execration in a different tournament.
Yeah.
And that was when they 2-0'd them as well. So he plays a lot of Dota, does the man, and he's rewarded with a nice little icon next to his name.
30 seconds.
let's see if Carl is able to pull this out. I feel like this is... Are you a fan of the Invoker persona?
I am, just because I feel like it's got enough personality. You know, occasionally when he's running around, he'll do, you know, his little cartwheels. He feels like he's a kid. You know, he's got his gigantic book as well that he occasionally whips out. Anti-Mage 1, I'm not a big fan of. It feels a little basic to mine. And, you know, actually, I'm hearing a bunch of stuns go up here onto Zenki. It's not going to be enough, but Abat, he already leveled up the mana break, so he's going to take a good amount of harassment already in the laning station. I'm going to turn around here onto Q, saying, get out of my lane. But, you know, like, for example, the dancing anti-mage, you can't do that when you're using the persona, you know? And that's what I don't like about it.
I am a big fan of the Carl Invoker. Used to very much enjoy playing the Invoker a while ago, and now my mid lane capabilities is just not there. I like the off lane, but Invoker's always fun to play, and as soon as I saw this persona, I'm like, damn, that's really cool. Not like the anti-mage one. That is kind of ass. The bot?
Yeah, bit basic.
Thank you.
Does not seem like the best lane here for a bot anti-mage. I mean, you're going to be going up against Mars, who's a strong laner, Clockwork as well. Why do we feel like they put Lion Axe on the cosplay Lion this game and not kind of having him with the Mars lane where they could have had... I feel like maybe it would have been a little bit better kill potential.
I mean, you got strong kill potential as well with the Juggernaut, right?
Did you need that?
That is true. I
And
just
Samael,
thought,
he's
like,
got on the Blightstone, he's looking to harass him out, and you know, it's very key that you get the boots pretty quickly after this. If you get hexed though, it's not really gonna matter all that much. You're moving so slow. That's all the space you need to be able to gap close. As soon as they hit level 3, or if Samael's in a really horrible position, they're gonna look to try and get that first early kill onto the Lina. Top side, I agree, like Clockwork Mars, it's not the greatest laning matchup, but I don't think his role is to be a presence in the lane. I think it's much more just to try and disrupt a lot of what South Built are trying to do.
Sure.
You know, see, he can body block here, stops the double stack of the small camp. Didn't go off any pulls, but I suppose the lane's in a pretty decent spot for them already.
How's Mob going at the moment mid? 7-2 compared to the 8-4, so seems like he's doing relatively well.
Yeah, he was able to get the water rune as well, making sure to be moving right on that 2-minute mark before Clockwork's able to rotate through to it. So, you know, doesn't want to miss any of these key timings, make the lane even harder for himself than it needs to be. It is going to get to that point though when, you know, you get out of position once, Fearless is going to drain a whole lot of your mana with this Tornado EMP combo. Where it goes for it now, just a little short.
I was just securing CS.
Sure, let's go with that.
Let's see. Mastros is actually rushing Hood. I find that really interesting with the lane versus the AM, because I mean, he will eventually go Soul Ring, but it looks like he just wants a little bit of the sustain, which gets rid of a lot of your kill threat, though.
It does, but I feel like you're not as worried about the anti-mage super early on, and yeah, there we go, level 3, they instantly go in onto the Lina. Pretty basic. Yeah, I feel like you're just going to give up this very early game to the anti-mage. It's okay. You just want to have that capability to, like you said, run over the enemy team, and the Hood's going to enable you to do that. You have to think, you're going up against, what, a Lina, a Leshrac, and an AA. That's all magic damage.
You thought you were winning?
Yeah, and I guess sacrificing the AM, allowing him to get maybe a little bit more farm than if you go for like a bit of a greedier item build. You know, regardless, he's not going to be able to farm when you've lost all your towers, so actually I like the way they're looking at it. And we see shove it in the lane, like how do you last hit under a tower too with all these creeps and Mastros just this big beefy Mars.
Even getting the God's Rebuke in onto the AA, making sure not to get too many right clicks there was Q. They'll give a kill over though, which is a little bit of a misplay. I think perhaps getting greedy on the Clockwork. He just hit up onto the level 3, so he wanted to make instant use out of the battery assault. I don't think he needed the right click. You know, you had isolated the AA, and that just forced the tower to start attacking.
Well, Fearless has actually gone back 2 points Exort. He's got Midas queued up as well, so he's really going slow this game. Okay, this is...
He's got the Sunstrike queued up. I feel like Q not having a point in the cogs, he went the Rocket Flare instead, is also a little bit of a mistake here. Might be able to catch out Zenki. See, if he has cogs, that's a kill.
Yep.
To the impurities.
And now it's
And that's...
all on Q. Well,
It is
Q's
still
like, thank you, brother. I'll do it myself. I mean, they do have very good setup, very strong setup for Sunstrike. You got Arena, which is pretty much solo kill potential with Sunstrike. Lion, solo kill with your ulti. There's a Sunstrike. It does get tanked up between the two heroes, but regardless, that extra damage is plenty.
An honor for you.
Samael gonna go down again on the bottom side. They didn't
Enryu
use the ult.
might
They
go
could see a
down
Sunstrike
too.
here. Yep.
Wow.
Look at the net worth already. Like, Juggernaut is totally fine in this lane, and that's the strength of having Lion Axe. Like, he's just been mana draining the Centaur as well, making sure that it's harder for him to use the Hoofstomp to try and dissuade. Scales quite nicely. And eventually, when you're going to try and defend against getting run over, like we keep talking about is about to happen, I mean, the Leshrac needs to be there to do the damage. And you have no instant stun. So as long as your positioning is good, which Lion Axe has shown that his positioning so far has been pretty damn amazing, that Lesh is going to run out of damage pretty early on. Pulse Nova going to be pretty ineffective. And we're going for a little bit of a wraparound here. They can see him. So he's going to have to back off.
He's got... Oh, Q's got... faster movement speed. Is Lightning McQueen. Uh-oh.
Sunstrike.
No.
Oh.
That is, I feel like that's going to be the tail of this game.
Yep. Oh, that's what I expected, Q.
I'm still...
Oh, they're diving. Fearless?
Full. Bob. I don't know if Lion Axe has got the damage, and yep, he 100% doesn't, although Clockwork swinging on over. But that as well is going to be a little bit too late here. So again, like, this Exort Midas Invoker will definitely slow down the aggressive front that I thought Motivate were going to put out.
Me too. I feel like you had to go all in onto getting your Quaswex up so that you can start the mana drain happening with the EMP. You need the increased range for the Tornado to be able to set up for things like the Spear from the Mars. So a little bit of a mistake in my eyes.
Bottom lane. Tomeo. Falling low, but Mob's going to show up now. 3 points Edict, so Lion Axe is just going to get ripped to shreds with all that Edict damage, and this should be them now putting some pressure on the tier 1 tower, but Radiant, now you don't have an Invoker that can really rotate down. In fact, they're just trying to find the kill on Zenki deep under the tower. There's another round of the Soundtrack available. Get the kill without it.
You get the trade onto the Clockwork, but you just see how much more confident Marv is with playing this mid lane, right? Like, he's been a part of 2 kills so far, one of them involved diving deep under a tower. It kind of felt like he was doing that a little bit as his position 1, and we've seen a couple of times with mid 1 style, that can't be how you play in these days.
Nice use of the Stampede. Mob is actually going to turn and get the kill on Lion Axe, and that's before the rotation. So this early game from South build is going really well. Never mind. Great use of the Sunstrike. Fearless gets a couple tips. Minus completed too.
Q as well. Just the level 1 rocket flare, giving that little bit of extra damage and vision, most importantly. That's why he's a master tier invoker. He's found out Samael as well. Not going to have the Sunstrike to be able to tick him out, but doesn't even need it. He's got the early... Yeah. Early earn means that you can go for those early pickoffs. Again, AA, Lina, don't have any kind of natural save. This is one of the strengths of having the Mirana these days, is that you can just leap out. Same sort of thing with a Snapfire cookie.
How... The anti-mage blink against the battery sword, it takes 3 attempts, right? Or like around that? Just trying to remember. A hook shot.
I mean, it's not even just the attempts, it's just like when... how you time it, like the animation. Can you time it perfectly? Oh, hook in. Does he have the mana? No, he doesn't. To be able to actually pop the cogs. See you later, Q.
Bob is enabled. All you have to do is get rid of Bob. Sunstrike, Zenki. Okay.
I will not encourage or listen to this Bob erasure.
Sunstrike.
Radiant's bottom tower has
The bot's cruising.
Jackie's a little low, and they actually end up losing the tower as well. So that rotation through from Marv to the bot lane didn't get him the kill on the tower then, but they eventually end up taking it down, so nicely done. See, South build, all they needed was something a little differently. Allow Marv to actually play in his more confident role.
He seems to be making great rotations, like you said. Down bot, helping out with those early kills, putting a little bit of damage on the tower. And they've actually got the first tier 1 of the game here from South build. Sunstrike, hookshot, Mob, this time with the extra damage, and Lion Axe nearby will claim it. The do hit back. That is 4
Radiant's
levels
middle
exort.
tower
So
is
the
under
damage
attack.
continuing to stack up here for Fearless.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Very nicely done. He's happy to, again, you could play away from the rest of the team. You could continue to farm, play a bit more greedy.
Another one.
Wants to TP in though.
And Ryu. Cold Snap,
Sunstrike?
Sunstrike. Can he still find the connection? I don't think
Not
it's
going to be
enough.
enough damage.
27
Keep it on
HP
out.
regen is wild for the Centaur.
Yeah. Mars a little low up top here. You've got the Laguna Blade available, but that's all you have. No other way to set up for the damage. So have there been any stacks built up so
Dire's
far?
turret has been
Doing a
killed.
pretty decent job there is Zenki, making sure that the Ancients are built up, the double stack there. How's the farm going on apart? Could be better, I'll be real. He's sitting towards the bottom of the cores.
Mastros is getting moved on up top here from Mob, who's still without the Yours though, so you kind of need this setup. And actually Mastros misses out. They're going to tip him again for missing the combo. He might look to TP, but Leshers are going to be speedy enough. And now meanwhile mid, the Delta Split, going to be able to get out of the Ice Blast effect. They still push him out of the cogs, but he'll lose his life.
Yeah, and that was with the hood not used, actually, because of the chain stun lockdown. So, Finger of Death goes off, gets the use out of it immediately. One stack built up now for Linax, and not wanting to just immediately run back to base, make sure he gets the Ancient stack off as well. Really nice use of his
Dire's
time
middle
here.
tower is under attack.
He doesn't even need to run back to base
Dire's
with the 2
structures
points in the
are
mana drain.
fortified.
Money changes.
Cog. He's going to go for it.
Another
Thank
Sunstrike.
you for my kill. Is he in trouble? Mid lane, Stampede. Great Earth Spike. Stops the counter from Enryu with the hoof stomp. He'll still be able to get it out nonetheless. They have to run away for a short duration
Up.
to dodge the EMP, so it keeps Mastros healthy. Laguna Blade's still not enough thanks to the tanky build that the Mars has got. It's a double for Jackie.
Dire's middle tower
And
is
now
under
after
attack.
that, it should be a tier 1 tower as well. They took that fight as soon as Jackie completed the defusal, so he got a bit of a timing for himself.
Will he end up going down? Oh, that defusal actually enabling his escape. Always nice to see. But yeah, see the difference in actually using the hood? 325 damage at the 13 minute mark of the game is still a hell of a lot. That's a couple of spells. Enables him to, you know, bait in a little bit of an extra commitment through from the Dire. They end up with the better end of the trade. I suppose Abat was farming throughout all of this, and you know that's what he needs to do. Although Jackie, he's found this big Ancient stack. He's gonna, well, it's more of a team effort actually to be able to take it down without the use of any kind of cleave. And of course the Possessed Mask, as always, helping them out.
Alright, smoke up. See what the target's going to be here for Dire. It looks like Q might be the sacrificial lamb. Oh,
They got
no.
the Eel Scepter. I don't know about that positioning just on the low ground though.
Oh, he's got some backup. Jackie healing ward will do nothing. Cogs as well can't look to punish here.
Burns, doesn't it?
Alright, just a little bit too far down there. Probably could have been on the edge of the stairs to try and pop that smoke a little bit quicker. Trying to chase in onto Masaros, who gets the haste rune, just dances in front of it as a bit of a tribute, and runs on out. Doesn't even... Well, the Stampede wouldn't have helped.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There we go, 14-minute Battle Fury. Not the worst timing for a Abat. Still going to have a bit of trouble taking this Ancient stack just yet, though. Has
And
a-
Ryu might get caught. They've got Arena. Do they even need it? Well, they're going to commit it nonetheless. He's very tanky on the Centaur, so... Yeah, it's a pretty low cooldown Arena as well. You drop that, get the kill.
Dire's top tower is
They're
under
still,
attack.
like you said, not really slowing down a bar. Battle Fury completed. He did take the stack with the help of the team. So I wonder when we're going to start to see them maybe get some aggressive wards down in the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, they would have revealed that the entire team wasn't there. They would think, okay, no one really came to help that Centaur. What's happened? So they should probably know on Motivate now that the stack was taken. Don't know if that's where they want to get this kind of ward placement down, because you could just see how defensive the Dire team are with all of their sentries. catch here by Q. Just keeps finding people over and over again.
Oh, Invoker. What do you gotta get that kill. Like, you're a position 2 greedy Invoker. Drop the Sunstrike, Fearless. Come on, brother.
Well, he's got Ags now, though, right? So Cataclysm's available.
Danog, he wants every kill. My dude should be just... You're greedy too.
Mid lane.
Masteros. Pretty tanky with the hood. Range up, treads. Rotations are coming. They might be a little bit too late though, but can they look to punish? Jackie's instantly going to go on Mob. They've got no one to tank up the Omni Slash solely on the left track. And now they'll turn their attention back to the Centaur, Finger, Sunstrike this time, but too late.
And that is a maxed out Exort as well. So all that pure damage going to come through. And as well, around the time that it's going to be back up online, you've got the Mars who has the arena available. So that's what Motivate are playing around right now. They're just looking to play on the enemy side of the map. Samael, he's dead again.
Killing spree for Q. Did you get that with the flare?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Jackie's got 7 kills. He doesn't need any more.
Yep.
I'm here in that arena.
Where are we here in the arena?
Well, it was on a bot, but it did not connect, so...
Q's got a hook. Oh, it would be so rough if now you die to Jackie.
Oh, please no. He doesn't have the Omni.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Fearless is by himself right now. Mob's thinking about making a setup, but he himself is also getting scouted out underneath that observer ward, so kind of both toying on the edge of the line here.
I just love Jackie with the carry mentality. He's like, okay, the anti-mage, his rotation, he's going to want to come back to the ancient camp. He just went and stood in it so that there wasn't any ancients that are going to be spawning.
Catapult with Alacrity is like actually the stupidest thing. It does so much damage.
Who are they going to find
Hex? Let's track. That's a really big target. It's a lot of the damage early here from South Built. They're even going to turn their attention back to Samael.
Pushes it closer to Lion X.
Further away. So Lion will fall in and gets a nice 2-man LSA. Hook shot. This time it's on the mark from Q. They should be able to get a double for Masteros. So they'll trade 1 for 2. Not really helping out your Lion, unfortunately, with the cogs, but it's just a little bit of bans for the boys. They're trying to compete and see who's got the most deaths this game.
Who do you reckon's going to win?
Oh, hang on. Bot lane. Ice Blast, Mana Void, locking Jack in. He's going to try and TP out the right-click damage. The old-fashioned way is there with the Ice Blast burst. Very big kill.
636 going into a bot, and that brings him up to level 15 as well. So only Fearless ahead of him at this point of the game. He's got a Midas, but a bot, they're coming in with a Cataclysm.
A little bit of revenge. What's happening top? Lion Axe. This is the Earth Spike.
Rocket Flare's going to give him information in a couple of seconds. Even the hook shot available. Now level 2. Now, back to the lane. Maybe even just feeding all of this experience into Lion Axe. He's got the finger available.
Ice Blast just on point after the yours. They got the detection as well. Radiant. Feeding a couple kills away. Jackie dropping the voice line as well. So T1 Tower's going to end up falling afterwards. 3,000 net worth lead. Slowly being diminished here from South Build.
Remember, this is against a Battle Fury, so you have to be constantly worried about it dropping the Omni Slash.
Masteros, great speed.
Follow-up.
Mob, LSA, Blade Fury as well, forced off. Mob's in trouble, they still got the Diffuser Blade slow. And if Jackie wants to continue pushing on for more, nice jukes from Zenki is just out of the Rocket Flare vision, but it looks like they're going to dive deep under the tower. Samael will get clipped by the spear and brought down as a double on the plate for your Juggernaut.
And just dancing away with Zenki after that nice little juke as his teammate dies. I did my job, he says.
A bar?
But actually blinks right in on top of Masteros. Sunstrike.
They got hookshot, anything, Lion Axe, Blink, Hex, it's there. Should have the Earth Spike follow up afterwards, and Jackie will crit him down to get it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Crushing dreams is part of
Don't give up, Mob is saying. Moral
Dire's top
support.
tower is under attack.
That is what they need here from Southpaw. They were accumulating a bit of momentum, but
Dire's bottom tower
after a couple deaths there, that momentum goes straight back into Radiant's favor. They might get another kill here too, unless Mob can sidestep. Oh, that was a beautiful sidestep.
Yeah, they do run into the Lion though. Unfortunately, Lionax is going to go down. Doesn't have the hook shot to be able to stop this constant aggression happening.
Mastros, spear off the mark. Arena
Ooh,
still
they
on
actually
cooldown.
connect.
Now with the Ice Blast, Jackie coming over. Tornado just clips with the Cataclysm fall. That's a crazy combo from Fearless. He's going to be able to solo
Bart's
off
coming.
Zenki. Abart will show up. Jackie and Invoker need to link together. And in fact, Abart is not even going to think about jumping forward. There would have been no follow-up from the Centaur. So
Dire's bottom
quite the
tower is
combo
under
from
attack.
Fearless drop. 2,800 damage dealt in that fight.
Even just with that Ghost Walk, going to snag away the bounty rune. And Fearless, I like this, building up into the BKB next. It feels like the only time he's going down is with that Yule's combination. Every single time after the Yule's, you're going to be able to get that BKB off. Chat, all you need to do is buy a BKB. When you're in the air, just press it. Press your BKB button once, and it takes priority over everything.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Me no like BKB, me position 1.
Me do damage.
That's right. Well, Q is kind of running mindlessly, but he's got to back up of the Mars. Arena spear off the mark, unfortunately. Q with the blade mail, though, still means that Mob, all his damage was reflected back to himself, so he's going to hook shot on forward. Double force Mob, a little bit of distance. They baited out the less track, and it means they're able to get the kill on top of the clockwork. Solo Omni slash shot with the alacrity tears apart Sameo.
Really nicely done. And is that a Roche that they're considering? They got the healing ward. They're walking on towards it. When they get that alacrity up again, which, well, by the way, it's now. Just going to look to quickly take it. That'll give him enough gold for this BKB as well on Fearless, who's level 20. The Ice Bloods gives him a bit of information. Is Abart going to go for a big play? Nope, he's just going to take away the tier 1 tower.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
What's the sound the Juggernaut makes when he's got alacrity on him?
I have not thought to pay attention to that specific sound.
Oh no, like, sorry, I should have said the sound of his attacks.
I'm not a soundboard, you know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Why not? Wait, does this, can you hear, wait,
I have been known to do that.
can
What?
you hear this? Did you hear that?
I just heard a little beep.
Okay. I got a little beep swear function on my mixer. Lionax. Oh, he's gonna make sure AA's got no opportunity to swear anymore this game. Punished being a naughty boy, brought down from Fearless.
What, are you, like... Are you supposed to censor yourself with that? How does that work?
I don't know, it's a bit tricky, but like, look, I don't know. Good, that's a very good question, but yeah, maybe if I'm feeling feisty in a class and it's about to come out.
What the?
Yeah. Yeah, I can bump it up sound a little bit as well, but I don't use that one. Masteros?
Masteros. He's got good vision here.
Whoa, nice timing.
Even has the Yule Scepter for himself. The blink as well after he gets clipped by this Ice Blast.
He still wants to
Drop this.
rocket flare.
See you later, trees.
Centaur's pretty tanky, but they've lost all his mana, and he's lost all his health as well with the Finger of Death committed. Sameo trying to get back on the high ground. Mastros, nice Dual Scepter dodge, but it's still going to be able to set up for the Light Strike Array, which finds the Laguna Blade follow-up dead on his head. They're even trying to control up Jackie. Yours sets up for the split. Can they lock him down a second time? They cannot. Omni slash Enry burns out completely all his health. That's a dieback for him. They got the Cataclysm onto both. It's looking spicy indeed. It is. They get with the ages, but that's a buyback for Sameo.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Buyback for Samael, buyback for Enryu, rather dieback for Enryu, and all you lose is a Mars who, you know, was pretty aggressive with his usage of everything there. Is he going to go for...
Wait, what the hell? There's an Aghanims on the Anti-Mage? What's this do? Interesting. Thoughts?
I'm not an anti-mage player.
Hook? Well, Aim's not really gonna want to have them Aghanims right now when they jump you.
You come back, I'll kill you again.
Trust me, guys. The Ags is the play, is what he was saying, and then you know, just said. Sorry, I'm getting some connection problems with my my Discord.
Blinks an illusion of the target enemy or location and attack them for 7 seconds. Interesting.
I mean, it's nice to be able to interrupt
Dire's
blink
bottom
daggers,
tower
I
is under
suppose,
attack.
but that's about it.
Bob. Caught out from the spears. He gets crit down too. Oh, the damage with the God's Rebuke. Jackie's wicked sick. This is what we thought was really going to happen a little bit earlier in the game, but Radiant, they went for a
Dire's
lot
middle
more of
tower
this
is under attack.
scaling potential with the Exort Midas Invoker, but you know, 18,000. Like,
Dire's middle
Mastros
tower
is even
has
blinking
fallen.
up on the tier 3 tower.
Dire are scanning.
He's got the bulwark. He's fine.
That's just showing the power. Power.
They're looking to connect through to that siege creep wave on the top side. Again, they've still got the alacrity, which they can opt to use
Dire's middle
either
tower
onto
is
the
under
Juggernaut or
attack.
just the siege creep. The siege is super simple, as they do. You just get solo kills.
Oh no, 9, 6, and 24 is your clockwork right now. Quite the kill participation that he's got.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Invoker's also got a Lincoln's too. Tier 3 tower's gonna get
Dire's
sieged.
top tower
Just
is
alacrity up the catapult. Let that bad boy go to work.
That's exactly what they're doing.
And like, that's so interesting to me. You
I
just-
mean, the fact that he's gone this Ags
against the
into
lion?
a lion.
Yeah, that's literally what I was just gonna say. I'm like, what?
And they even saw that smoke. Like you smoked just under this beastie siege creep. Let's call him Jeff. Jeff is going nuts
Dire's top
onto these
barracks
racks.
has fallen.
Wait, is that, did you say Jeff's the
Dire's
catapult?
top barracks are
Yes.
under
Blink
attack.
in. It's actually the illusion. Embry kind of gets baited because he went in with the illusion, but now Q, Arena, controlling up Centaur, no able to disengage, Cataclysm down, they got the Hex, locking in the Anti-Mage, and that's the Finger of Death, and they may just call it. And they do.
Jeff's still alive, baby.
Let's
Let's
go, Jeff. You are the real MVP.
It was as expected. I liked Marv's performance in the mid lane a lot more than I was expecting, considering his first few series went when he was standing in that carry role. But I'm not sure what he was thinking going the Ags on this, like against the Lion. It does say on the Ags that it replicates the counter spell onto the illusion, but do you really want to be putting your counter spell on cooldown just for the sake of an illusion? Probably not. It was just odd for me. And Motivate, they're clearly the better team. It's shown in the past results. And 0-13 now for South Built. They got one chance left to not go winless in the group stage. But it's going to be a tough ask again. Hopefully they don't try any kind of meme stuff. You know, it's still important for morale to try your best in all these chances that you get on the big stage.
Yeah, definitely. Just experience, because still a lot of these players are very new to the pro scene. So whatever experience you're able to get against a team like Motivate, you always need to take it, you know, when you can get it in those games. So Motivate, a overall solid game 1 performance from them is gonna net them an advantage in our last best of 2 of the night. Like you were saying, this is also going to be the last game for South Built to see if they can also get one map at least a little bit of momentum heading into the playoffs, or if they will end the group stages without a victory. We'll find out shortly after a quick break.